Hi, my name is Taylor Branch, and I am a brand new labor and delivery nurse. I graduated nursing school in May from the University of Texas at Austin, Hook'em Horns, and then moved home to Dallas, Texas to start my dream job as an L&D nurse at UT Southwestern Medical Center. So right now, my day-to-day life really just looks like trying to figure out how to be the best nurse possible. A lot of people told me before I started my job that your first year as a registered nurse is pretty overwhelming, that it's a big transition and there is a lot to learn, so you have to be patient with yourself. And I must say, I have found this piece of advice pretty invaluable because I am definitely starting to feel the challenge, especially being in the middle of a pandemic. I don't think any of the 2020 nursing graduates expected to be starting our careers in these circumstances, but ultimately I just feel really thankful to have my dream job working with a population that I love and having the opportunity to make an extra special impact during these hard times. I chose a career in healthcare because I love helping others, and I've always had a fascination in the human body and just health in general. My grandma likes to joke that we all should have known that I was going to be in healthcare from the time that I was, about 5 or so, and my favorite book was the poo-poo book, as we called it, because it explained to children how you would eat food and it would go through your digestive system and then come out as fecal matter. And I just thought it was the coolest thing that I'd ever seen in my life. I wanted to know it front to back. It was all I wanted to read. And then I even remember in kindergarten giving classmates unsolicited health advice on how to manage their tummy aches and suggesting that they eat saltine crackers and drink carbonated beverages to help alleviate that tummy pain. So clearly, I have always had an interest in helping others, especially if it had to do with any health-related problems. And then when I got to college, I had the opportunity to shadow an obstetrics and gynecology physician, and that was really where I found my place and my passion in healthcare, doing women's and children's services. I just think it is the biggest privilege to be able to work with mothers and their families during what can be the best but also sadly sometimes the worst times of their lives. So to me, being a labor and delivery nurse means being there for the highs, but also being there for the lows and everything in between, whether I'm holding a mom's hand before she gets a dilation and curettage for her 4th miscarriage, or if I'm rejoicing with parents who are finally able to welcome their baby into the world after 2 rounds of IVF. I mean, you really see it all in this area, and I just think it is the biggest honor knowing that these families trust me enough to let me into such an intimate and personal journey and allow me to help them through it. So I hope to make an impact on every patient every day and every encounter in just the most positive way that I can, to make the bad times a little better and to make the great times even more amazing. And overall, in my profession, I also want to impact healthcare through research. So my short-term goal with that is actually to get my research published. In college, I was an honor student, and so I got to do my own research project. It was over resistance training for the prevention of diabetic heart disease, and my goal at the moment is to get that published. But my bigger career goal in nursing dream is to go to graduate school so that I can hopefully, most likely, get a degree, a master's degree in public health, and then continue doing research so that I can provide healthcare professionals with the most up-to-date, evidence-based information and equip them with the knowledge that they need to give the best care possible to their patients. The grad school dream is currently on pause because I am about to start paying off a lot of debt that I have from undergrad, but overall, that is the big picture dream. And it is a lot, but I stay motivated and inspired just thinking about my patients. I actually keep this painting on my wall, not just because it's a lovely piece of art, but because I got it from a patient in my public health clinical in nursing school, and it just really helps remind me that even if it feels like we're doing something super small for our patients, it might be a small little thing for us, but it might mean the biggest difference to them. And I like to keep it up to remind me that what we do really does matter and we do have the power to change the world. So thank you for considering me.